All right, folks, let's dive into the world of investing. But don't worry, this isn't your boring, stiff stock market talk. We're here to make it as fun and easy as a Netflix binge. Picture this. You've got an extra $1,000 and you're wondering what to do with it. Spend it on a shopping spree? Let it collect dust in your savings account? Or maybe, just maybe, make that money work for you? If you're ready to make it grow, stick around. First off, let's talk about why investing isn't just for Wall Street big shots. It's for you. Anyone who doesn't want their hard-earned cash to sit around losing value needs to get into the game. Inflation is like that sneaky thief who takes a little bit of your money every day. So let's say you've got $1,000. In a few years, that money won't be worth as much thanks to inflation. Ever notice that your caramel frappuccino, which used to be $5, now costs $8? That's inflation in action. So the smartest move? Invest that $1,000 and watch it grow instead of shrink. But hey, growing money isn't magic. It's simple math. When you buy a stock, you own a piece of a company. Like if you invested in NVIDIA. If NVIDIA does well, designing and selling graphics cards, making more money, etc., your investment will go up. It's a win-win. Then there's compound interest, or as Einstein called it, the eighth wonder of the world. Imagine this. You put $1,000 into an investment. After a while, it doesn't just grow by $1,000. Oh no, it grows on itself. Like a snowball rolling downhill, it gets bigger and bigger. Keep at it long enough, and you could turn that $1,000 into $100,000, and then it just keeps multiplying faster. That's the magic of compound interest.
Now that we know investing is key, the next question is, what do you actually invest in? The mistake many newbies make is chasing the hottest stocks. Big mistake. Just because a stock soared last year doesn't mean it'll do the same next year. I mean, remember BlackBerry and Kodak? At their peak, they were rock stars, but then they tanked. Hard. That's the danger of following trends blindly. So what's the better move? Index funds. They're like a big pot of soup filled with a bunch of different ingredients. Instead of throwing all your money into one stock, you spread it across hundreds. It's less stressful and way safer. Even Warren Buffett swears by it. If it's good enough for him, it's definitely good enough for us. When you invest in an index fund, you're buying a slice of the entire market. The S&P 500, for example, includes all the big players like Apple, Microsoft, and Tesla. So by investing in that, you get a little piece of all of them. And here's the best part. You don't have to spend hours analyzing each individual stock. It's like setting your investments on autopilot. The next big perk, lower risk. Instead of putting all your eggs in one basket, you've got them in multiple baskets. Even if one company takes a dive, you still got the others carrying the load. Let me show you a real-world example. If you invest in SPLG, an ETF that tracks the S&P 500, you're automatically exposed to giants like Microsoft, NVIDIA, and Tesla without buying them individually. That's investing made easy.
All right, you're on board now. But the next question is, when should you start investing? The answer is simple, now. But before you dive in, there are a couple of things to check off. First, do you have any high-interest debt? If you're paying 20% or more on credit cards, pay that off first. Why? Because paying off debt is like earning a guaranteed return. Think about it. If you owe $10,000 with a 25% interest rate, that's $2,500 a year in interest. If you pay off that debt, it's like you made $2,500 risk-free. It's the easiest money you'll ever make. Second, do you have an emergency fund? This is crucial. Life's unpredictable, and you don't want to be in a position where you have to sell your investments in a panic just to cover unexpected expenses. An emergency fund will keep you from dipping into your investments at the wrong time. Once those are squared away, you're good to go. Start small and gradually increase your investments as you get more comfortable. The stock market isn't about quick wins, it's about steady, long-term growth.
Okay, now the fun part. How do you actually buy a stock? Well, it's easier than you think. First, you need to open a brokerage account. You can do this with companies like Fidelity, Schwab, or Vanguard. Just fill out a quick form with your basic info and boom, you're in the game. Once your account is set up, link it to your bank account and transfer some funds over. Now you're ready to buy. Let's say you're interested in SCHD, an ETF that tracks the S&P 500. Simply search for it, decide how many shares you want, and hit buy. It's that simple. Want to see what you're investing in? Head to Yahoo Finance and check out the fund's holdings. You'll see companies like Coca-Cola, Visa, and Home Depot. That's the beauty of ETFs. You get exposure to top companies without having to pick each one individually. So, you've made your first investment. What now? Well, let's talk strategy. As a beginner, the best advice is to think long-term. Don't worry about the short-term noise. The stock market has ups and downs, but over time it tends to go up. You don't need to check your portfolio every day. Just set it and forget it. Here's the thing. Patience is the name of the game. Don't worry about the short-term fluctuations. Look at any long-term chart, and you'll see that even during crashes, the market always recovers. If you hold on, you'll be fine. If you sell in a panic, you lock in your losses. Let's look at the S&P 500. Back in 2007, it was worth about $154. Then the 2008 financial crisis hit and the market crashed. But if you held on, you'd have seen your investment bounce back by 2013. And by 2018, it was worth more than $300 per share. That's the power of patience. And that's it. You're officially on the road to becoming an investor. Remember, investing isn't about hitting it big overnight. It's about steady, consistent growth. Stick to the basics. Invest early, stay patient, and don't panic when the market dips.